Hello everyone. Sorry I didn't get to a video yesterday. I just moved in back to my actual house. As you can see, the background's different. I hope you guys like my display over there. Today we're going to talk about Sun because Marco, in the 1,000-person tournament that happened a while ago, Marco is using the Sun team, and I think it is very, very interesting. I think that not a lot of people are using Sun right now. It's kind of overlooked. So I want to talk about it. So I have the team in Showdown here, and I think, obviously we're going to start talking about the Torkoal. So Torkoal is a piece, if you look at the speed stat, it's not very good, obviously. I think Torkoal is a Pokemon that really excels under Trick Room, which is the logic behind this figure graph, but we'll get there. So the idea with Torkoal is that, especially combined with Specs Flutter, you can actually lead something like Torkoal Flutter and then Helping Hand D-Gleam or Helping Hand Moonblast or Helping Hand Shadow Ball and just kill stuff. Flutter Mane, obviously a very offensive Pokemon. You can really mess stuff up with the Helping Hand Tera Fairy, like Moonblast or D-Gleam. Like, you're messing stuff up. It is bad. Torkoal fills the support role, but it can also fill a more offensive role if you decide to go with the Trick Room mode. So the idea with this Trick Room mode is you have the Farigiraf and the Rillaboom, and a lot of people might opt for Incineroar in this slot, but the idea with Rillaboom is that not only do you activate your own Grassy Seed to make your Farigiraf actually pretty bulky, but you can also have grass damage that is otherwise lacking on Sun teams, because, like, what else are you going to use? Amoonguss, Ogerpon maybe, yeah. But you also allow the Swords Dance and the Grassy Glide, which combined together is a very strong combo. So this kind of gives you multiple cores opposed to just the one mode where you're reliant on Trick Room. But the idea is you have the Rillaboom Farigiraf, and you can have something like Torkoal, Ogerpon, Flutter, Walking Wake in the back. And you set up your Trick Room, and then you switch in your Torkoal with U-Turn. Rillaboom is actually pretty fast, so a lot of the time it's going to be outspeeding opposing Pokemon on the other side of the field. So then you can bring in your Torkoal and just start Helping Hand Eruptioning everything, and just like Tera Fire and Sun. Like, it's doing a crazy amount of damage. Obviously, Farigiraf blocks priority, doesn't allow things like the Sucker Punch, the Thunderclap, the E-Speed to actually get through your Torkoal, so you can just click Eruption till you either win or your Torkoal goes down. And once Trick Room expires, you have a lot of options. Walking Wake is one that is really, really interesting, and not a lot of people are using, actually. I don't think anyone is really using Walking Wake right now, but obviously the Hydro Steam, it's a water type move that gains a boost in Sunny Day opposed to losing that boost. Then you have the Flamethrower, which goes well with a Tera Fire, which is a good defensive typing for Walking Wake, but you also get the power of the increased power of Flamethrower. And then Draco Meteor, obviously used just to kill stuff, blow stuff up. You have that Photosynthesis boost, and you have amazing stats. This is turning Walking Wake into an absolute beast, especially with this Life Orb, the Photosynthesis, the Tera Fire. Like, this thing is a raid boss. And like, kind of along with that, you have that fast mode where you don't actually need the Torkoal or the Farigiraf. You do something like Rilla Ogerpon, Rilla Flutter, Rilla Walking Wake. You probably want Torkoal, but you don't need it. That's the kind of cool thing with this team. Like, these four Pokemon can function without Sun. They much prefer to be in the Sun, but that doesn't mean that they're completely useless if the Sun goes down. So you have that fast mode, you have that Trick Room mode. Let's talk about, I guess it's Ogerpon. So this Ogerpon is conventionally used on a lot of really, like, balancy teams. It's used on a lot of teams that have Raging Bolt on it usually. And the logic is you have the Ivy Cudgel. First of all, this is boosted by Sun now, but the idea is you have the Swords Dance and you have the Ivy Cudgel to kind of outpace the Incineroar Intimidates, but also give yourself an attack boost. Plus you have that Tera Fire, which is giving you an even further attack boost. And that just gives you, like, a lot of options, like a lot of damage options. You also have the priority Grassy Glide, like with the Grassy Surge, which makes the non-Trick Room mode a lot more potent than if you had something like Incineroar in this slot. But I think on the whole, this team has a lot of potential, and I think, like, looking at Marco's run here, his losses were to, looks like a variation of Crown Town and then, like, a balanced team. So it seems that this team might struggle a little bit into more hyper-offensive teams, and then maybe some Raging Bolt balanced teams might also be pretty difficult. But as you can see, he beat a Raging Bolt balance. He beat two of them, actually. So the team does have potential. I think it's just how you use it. I think this team is pretty good, and I guess we can talk about spreads. So for this Rillaboom spread, you're probably going to want to go a little bit faster than a lot of them do, because you want to be moving first. You really do. You probably don't want Jolly, actually. That's probably not what you want. You probably, like, this is, like, pretty excessive, but you could honestly go with that. Okay, so this is just a slider Rillaboom spread. This is just attack bump, and you hit enough speed to outspeed the max speed Incineroars. The idea is under Trick Room you do want to be fast, especially on this team, because that allows Torkoal to get a switch in more consistently, like a better switch in. You have enough attack where you're doing damage. Like, obviously, it's Rillaboom's doing damage because of the Grassy Terrain plus the Wood Hammer and its decent attack stat, but this will give you enough to have your Rillaboom be more of a threat, like apply more pressure than it would if it had no attack. You could also go lower on attack, like you could do something like this if you wanted to, if you wanted more bulk, but it really just depends what you wanted. I will put it back to how it was before. That's the bump, right? Yep. Ogerpon, a lot of Ogerpon don't actually run bulk in this format, I don't think, so you could really just, like, you could really go like that if you wanted to. If you wanted to run a more bulky Ogerpon, you would probably, what's the speed that they hit? 160, what does Lando hit? Lando hits 168, right? Yeah, so you're going to want to hit that. So, if you wanted more bulk, you could do something like this. This is another slider spread. I don't know how good this is, but it's just kind of to give you guys an idea of how you would actually run this team. This Flutter is probably going to be on the more offensive side, realistically. So we're going to hit 190 to outspeed 110. I think it's 100 or 108 is the... I feel like this is a number for something. I don't know what that's for, but this is probably something. So this Flutter spread, you can probably calculate to survive more things. This is literally just slider spreads that I'm making for you guys if you want to try to team out and just like have a ground to go off of. Are these spreads good? Probably not. Am I going to get roasted from my friends for these spreads? Am I going to get roasted from oh my gosh. Am I going to get roasted by my friends for these spreads? Yeah, probably. But you know what? It's okay. It's just life. Torkoal. Let's just save it. Let's save us the time here, guys. Let's just be real. Let's just be real with ourselves for a second. This is a Torkoal, guys. It's a Torkoal. This is what you do with Torkoal. Walking Wake, I have no idea how to spread this thing. I assume you probably want to be booster speed. I don't know if this is good. This is like, I don't know how to use Walking Wake. This is probably fine. And then Farigiraf, you know what? You could probably optimize these things for Grassy Terrain, but that sounds like a lot of work that I don't really want to do right now. So I'm not going to do it. Here you go. Here's your Farigiraf. This is my, probably not good spreads, but you can use them if you want. I'll put the paste in the description. Yeah, so Sun, what are we at right now? 9 minutes? Okay. So yeah, Sun is a good team. Marco used it. It has a lot of potential. Not a lot of people are using it. It could be good into the meta. Maybe not. Who knows? I haven't tested it. I just make daily videos, okay? Go test it yourself. Let me know how it is in the comments. I'll see you guys next one. Goodbye.